Welcome to another video from Art of Wellbeing. Here I am showing a little peek into my wellness workbook. So today's page is probably one of my favorite ones, actually. It's called My Safety Reserves. I love the design, I love the colors, I love the pop-outs, I love the little bag, but most of all, I love the words. Each of these pages was so beautiful and wonderful to make, but I think this is my favorite of all. I go back to this one a lot. Anyway, so in this video, I just wanted to share with you some of these little journals, prompts, and quotes that I've written for myself in case they can inspire you and nurture you into some well-being as well. So, my safety reserves. Each day is a beautiful day to contemplate how to care for myself and fill up on those reserves. So I wrote that because I didn't want to just reserve one day on my calendar, maybe the weekend, to take care of myself. And I think every day is a beautiful day to think about, to ponder how to do that. Don't save for you what's left after spending it on everyone else. Spend what is left after saving for yourself. Another good reminder to put yourself first. It's not selfish. It will only help you to take care of others in a more beautiful and special way. Situations that require extra grace for coping are precious hidden gems, not to try our souls, but to enlarge them. Every time we cope with what life throws our way, we fill up on grace and confidence. Another deposit of courage and care into our reserves, for a lift of serenity and well-being. Savings is not about having a lot. It's about being ready to take care of you more fully and gracefully. So all these spoke to me about this page, and I think we all save for those rainy days, but most of the time we save for everyone else. So this was a little reminder that, hey, I need to tank up, fill up, save up for me first, so that I can be a greater help to others. So here are my little treasures. So in this little pocket, it's not just a little bag, it's actually loving, gentle reminders of these safety reserves. Dashes and savings here, which is what I like to call them. Each one I've named something different, something creative. And I've written for myself little lists because I love having things practical, very clear. If it's too nebulous or too all over the place, I forget about it and I don't actually do it. So I needed something really clear. And I go back to these a lot. Like when I'm feeling a little overwhelmed or stressed, I come back to this page and I ask myself, well, I wrote down for myself, what is my safety stash for when I'm overwhelmed or stressed? And then I can look and see what I really need at the time. So what I wrote is just some practical ideas, and then here a bit more like mindful ideas. So the reds are more practical. Take a break away from my desk, breathe deeply, self-care routines, listen to my body, journal my feelings, figure out why. Like, why am I feeling overwhelmed or stressed? Replan. So that's always a good thing. Reshuffle my schedule if I need to, if I'm feeling like it's too much. I put too much on my to-do list. Prioritize. Again, prioritize. Only do what's most important. Let go of shoulds. Sometimes do nothing at all. Do some art. List my don'ts. I don't do overwhelm. I don't do stress. I don't do people pleasing. And some more mindfulness ones would be recentering. I like to do that with a craft page sometimes, a craft project. Peace and calm. So what I like to do is I choose a practical idea and then I reflect on these. Recentering. Okay, what does that mean for me at this moment? How can I recenter? What do I want to feel in recentering myself? Peace and calm. Where do I find my peace and calm right now in this moment of stress or overwhelm? Serenity and quiet. Put things in perspectives. So this takes real mindfulness to go deeper into these. Or sometimes what I like to do is tell myself a little phrase. I'm recentering myself as I step out into this beautiful, gorgeous nature. Or I find my peace and calm as I sit on this couch and sip my favorite drink. Something like that to just get me into that mood. So now this one is pampering purse for negative feelings about myself. Also one that I go to quite often. So some practical things on this. Of course, I can always add to them, and when I think of new ones later. Celebrate small wins. Give myself permission to be me. That's enough. Trust the process of change. It's growth. Loving words to myself. Fill in blanks. I love to fill in blanks to where I have little cards where I have some words or what makes today special is, what I love about my body is, or this is the person that I want to be, and I fill in the blanks. I love that. It kind of gives you a little start. Some nurturing pampering, which is maybe a healthy snack or a nap, some reading time, journal time, or a craft project. And reread some of my journals. So that's always a beautiful pampering time when I feel negative about myself. And some more mindfulness ones would be acceptance. I need acceptance at this time. I need love, respect, compassion, gentleness, comparing with me, with the me before. So not comparing with others, but comparing with, okay, how was I 2 years ago? It shows that I've grown and I've matured. So it's actually only a positive thing usually. Open-hearted, sympathetic. Here's some prized savings for when I'm edgy and out of sorts. So this is kind of like when I can't pinpoint what's going on. I'm not really stressed. I'm just like, something's not right. So I call it edgy or out of sorts. I need time alone. Go in nature. Do a creative project. A short workout just to kind of move my body. And some mindful ones would be, I need patience, tranquility, grounding, peace, poise, and grace. All these things take a little time, but I find that once I have this written out, which took me some time to write this out, took a lot of patience, a lot of reflection, a lot of feeling and diving deep, but now, rather than going all over the place and feeling confused and end up doing nothing, I just go back to this and like, oh, okay, I have some direction, some loving nurturing that I can actually choose from. This is delightful deposits for when I'm confused and unfocused. Yeah, so definitely this is the time to simplify. I have a very hard time making decisions. So confusing moments, I don't need more options, or here it's very concrete and simple, few ideas. I need a moment of silence. Simplify my choices and options. Step away from whether it's my desk, or step away from the phone, step away from the kitchen, step away from a huge family gathering, whatever is in the moment and I'm feeling this way. Go for a walk to clear my head. Do something different. Draw a graph. Yeah, I love doing graphs, or kind of like, it really helps me put things in perspective, even if it's just my thoughts. Write things down. Brain dump. A check-in moment. How am I feeling? Journal prompts. Unplug for a while. Make a decision. And some mindful ones are, I need clarity. I need awareness. Attention on one thing. Present moment realization. So here's my treasure tote of peace when I'm worried or anxious. Another one that I go back to. I guess these are the ones that I need the most, and I'm sure that you know what you go through and what you need at the time. So that's one way that you would personalize it for you. What's my treasure tote of peace when I'm worried or anxious? I take time to journal my feelings. Moving clouds practice. You could check out one of my videos on that if you're interested and curious. Positive affirmations. A shoulder to cry on. Yeah, sometimes I go to my husband. He's definitely faithful to let me have his shoulder for a while. And some mindfulness ones, I need comfort, courage, faith, safety, trust, love, forgiveness, acceptance, allowance. So these are very practical, and I know exactly what to do. These take a little bit more time and reflection, but I left them open like that because in the moment I can really feel and see what is flowing for me and what I need at the time. Do I want to use them as affirmations? Do I want to meditate specifically on one word? Do I want to write it down and see what comes after it? So there's so many ways that you could use these. Coping coins for self-doubt, lack of confidence. This is a big one I'm working through right now because I'm writing a book on confidence. So I'm getting tested in this area. Even just making these videos is a big step for me. So some practical things, think about the past me 3 years ago. Celebrate my growths and accomplishments. Remind myself of who I am becoming. Learn to enjoy the process. Add in some fun. List my strengths. Do something that I'm good and skilled at. So all those things will definitely help to build confidence, I feel, at least for me personally. And some mindfulness ones are acceptance. I need approval, compliments, patience with myself, compassion, challenge myself, understanding, attention, nurturing care, courage, faith, and confidence. Here are some emergency reserves for when I'm discouraged or frustrated. I can express my feelings. I can think about why. Why am I feeling that way? I can go back to my journals and quotes. I make a list of I cans. I can do this. I can do that. A relaxing project. So doing something creative usually works for me. Listen to a positive song. Read my month's affirmations. So in case you're interested or curious, I have some printouts, and every month I have some affirmations for that month. And it's a free gift to you. Make a list or a page of favorite quotes for this moment. And some mindfulness ideas of things I could do is take reflection, time out, loving approval, trust of results, self-esteem, self-care treats, recognition, to feel valued and appreciated, more joy or playfulness, a sense of humor, gratitude. Gratitude, that's a big one. And a great one. Pocket full of peace for when I'm nervous about upcoming events. So whether it's I need to film something, whether I have a big event and I need to speak up about something, whether I'm doing a workshop, whether there's a big family gathering and I am responsible for the games and entertainment. So even a trip or doing something different. So I get nervous very easily, very quickly. So this is a helpful one as well. Moment alone beforehand to reflect. Tank up on goodness and love and confidence. So that's a really big one, is I tank up full because then I give from my overflows rather than feeling empty and stressed and giving from my reserves. So tank up on goodness is really a key thing for me. I fill up on all those things, doing a lot of these things actually, and then I feel less nervous, or I have what I need to give, to share, to inspire others. Read my love letter for before an event. I wrote myself a letter for that specific thing. Release fears or negatives. So again, with my moving clouds little practice. And I think about past events and how I've grown since. So another way, think of past events and how I did then, what I've learned, so how I've grown since, and it will only be better. I need support at that time. I need security, safety. I need authenticity, permission to be me. I need courage, confidence, truth to speak from my heart. I need strength, both physically and emotionally. This is my extra buffer stash for when drained after a big event or project. So the other one was before, and now this is the after. I need rest and to relax. Get permission to recuperate, take a break. Celebrate every accomplishment and growths. Give myself extra self-care and attention. Do something I love. Read, do art, walk. and have a healthy snack. Lots of liquids, body movement. So also taking care of my body physically, because it's very draining for me. It takes so much out of me after some big event or big project. So I really want to, again, tank up on healthy, good things for me, my body. And more mindful ways to tank up after I feel drained is comfort, belonging, safety, security, peace, calm, reflection, meditation, find balance, listen to my body needs and emotional needs. And here's my last one, I think. Piggy bank of grace for when I'm unmotivated and lacking focus. So I can go for a walk in nature. I can breathe, recenter, draw a graph about my thoughts and feelings, journal, go out of the house, take a coffee break, remind myself of who I am and who I am becoming, do a fun creative project that lights me up, take a break, come back feeling refreshed. And I need focus, attention on one thing, gentleness, understanding, patience, inspiration. Maybe go to my idea file or my drawer. I have a special box drawer actually where I keep all these little odds and ends to when I don't feel inspired. I pick something up and it lights me up. Perseverance, add some playfulness to it. Here another practical, write myself a motivational letter. Anyway, I'm sorry this video was so long. I hope this was a little bit helpful and that it can encourage you to take some time for yourself to write down those needs that you have for those different times in your life that are difficult. And practical, mindful ways, loving ways, nurturing ways, because really it makes such a big difference for how you show up for others and how you feel in your body and in your spirit. So I hope you can take the time for that to fill up on those safety reserves. And I'm looking forward to sharing with you another page very soon. Bye for now.